Hey, awesome artists. I hope you guys liked our story about when spring comes. And now we are going to draw some things that we see in the springtime especially. And the first thing that we're going to draw is something I love a lot, and that is flowers. And I bet a lot of you guys love flowers too. So the first kind of flower we're going to draw is called a tulip. And we're going to start with a letter that you know already, and that is a letter U. So we're going to draw a U shape like that. And then we're going to be adding a couple of lines. You start way up here at the top of the U shape, and this line comes across the U and down towards the bottom and touches right there. And then we're going to draw another line that's just like that, but going the other way, but it's going to stop when I get to that first line. So it's going to stop right there. And then we just need one more line for the middle of this flower. It's just going to go up and down. Kind of looks like an upside down V. Then what we're going to do is come down here to the bottom, and we're going to give it its stem. So we have a straight line down, and then another line right next to it. And there we have a tulip. But let's add one more thing. We want to add in a leaf. So a leaf is going to have one line coming up, and then that line is going to come back down, but it's going to touch the stem a little bit higher up. So kind of like that. And then I'm actually going to put another one on the other side. It goes up and it comes down. Next, let's see if we can add in a couple of another kind of flower that I know you've seen lots of. This one is called a daisy. So we're going to start with the little circle in the middle. And there's going to be petals that go all the way around the outside. But it might be easier to turn your paper as you go. So I'm going to start by drawing a long petal and a long petal. And now I'm going to start turning my paper as I go. And this will make it a little easier for me to make my petals so they don't start going kind of sideways. If they do, that's okay too. Sometimes that's kind of cool because it can look like kind of like a pinwheel. But right now, I'm going to keep turning my paper whenever I draw a petal. And then when I get back where I started, then I can stop. So I got one there and one more. There's my daisy. And now I need to give it a stem. So I'm going to give my daisy maybe a little more wavy stem than my tulip had. And I have to add the other line right next to it. That. And maybe some little leaves. I'm going to give my daisy leaves down here at the bottom. And maybe I'm going to add one more little daisy. This one's going to be a little bit shorter. It's just opening up. And it's got little petals too. And I can turn it around like I did before. And I'm going to turn it back around again, facing me. And what was that other thing? I need my stem and a line right next to it. That's called a parallel line, right? Doing the same thing. And my little leaves. And then just to tie everything together, artists, I'm going to put some grass along the ground too. And that'll kind of tie my little flowers together. And then the last thing, one other thing that I want to add that we sometimes see in the spring is a butterfly. So I'm going to add in a butterfly. And I'm going to begin by drawing its little head and then the middle part of its body called the thorax, and that bottom part is called its abdomen. And if I come right to the space between the head and the middle part of its body, and give him a big wing, and it touches that abdomen. I'm going to do that on the other side. Comes around. And butterflies actually have 4 wings, not 2. So I'm going to add the bottom 2 wings. And I like to come part way up the top wing. And those bottom wings are usually a little smaller. And it touches right on the bottom. And come up a little bit, around, and touch. And I don't want to forget his antenna. And remember our spirals last week? Perfect time to add in our spiral if you want to. And then you can decorate your butterfly's wings however you want to. I'm going to, I'm going to do the same on the bottom too. Okay, and I sometimes like to draw a little dotted line because then it makes it look like he was flying along that dot. And there you have it. Remember, you guys can post your pictures too, and I can't wait to see you guys.